Hey hero fans, this is Todd. Just a really quick video on a custom I'm working on. So as you guys know, I'm trying to get together my stop motion stuff. I made this cool little device and just finished doing the updates on it. I'll release some more video on it later on. Now I'm working on one of the characters, and one of the characters, it kind of has like a Hulk type thing, but it's not going to be a Hulk. But I need this figure to transform into something like this, but a little different. I don't have all the vines yet for her. But the problem is the legs don't work right. So that's what we're going to work on today, is trying to get the legs to work right on these figures. So I know no one's on yet because I didn't give anybody time to join, but we will go ahead and get started. And those of you that are here, thanks for joining me. And the rest you can rewind and catch up with where we're at. All right, so let's go ahead and get this going. Oh, I forgot my hot water. No. Hold on. Hey, beautiful, can you put on me some hot water? I totally forgot. Thanks. Usually I'd run out of the room and grab hot water, but my wife has opted to help me more often now, instead of me always leaving my seat and leaving you guys staring at some figure for a long time. So let me plug in my hot water vat. The vat of hot water. Hey, Kale, thanks for joining us. Mike, thanks for being here. Master Far, thanks for joining us. It's almost New Year's, you guys. New Year's. Da 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 da. Let me turn this on. And then she'll bring some hot water in a few minutes, and then we'll fill that up. And it'll all be good. So while we're waiting, let me go ahead. Look at this Orko. It's so crazy trying to fit him in the box. You gotta fit in the box, man. I gotta get the lid on. In order to get the lid on, I gotta crunch things down. This does not belong in here. All right. That stand just ain't working. Oh. Okay. There we go. Now I should be able to close it now. Big old thing. All right, there we go. Now I can stack my other figures on top of it. Oh, good. I don't want my wife to see just how messy my room is before she comes in here with the hot water. So I gotta clean up just a little bit. Just a little bit. From last night's fun adventures. Adventures in customizing. Yep, that is what I do. Alright, cool. Now it's cleaned up. The water's the pot's heating up, the water's in the way. Alright, so as you guys know, this character is more than one figure. It is also this figure here, which wow, she's quite a bit taller. And she turns into the other body. So that's kind of interesting. I'll have to figure out how to work that into the storyline somehow of how she got taller. Maybe no one will notice because I won't have the cameras side by side like that. And of course I used the G.I. Joe CoverGirl body and used her alternate head. Alternate head. So there we go. Let me get my light ready here. I got to put this little black ring in there. I got some more ordered on Amazon to fix that problem. There we go. So you can see the alternate head looks great. She's got Wolverine's hat on and CoverGirl's body and just some really cool accessories. But now it's time to make her other alternate body. And that is going to be like a plant lady, a giant green plant lady. I got a bunch of vines on order, but I want to make her look, because if she just transforms like this with vines on her, with the black pants, it's like, what? What's with the black pants? It does not work. Now I could go straight with this one right here, but I was not a fan of this She-Hulk show. And yes, they did a really good job on her face, and it's a pretty beautiful looking face, to tell you the truth. I do like how her face looks, but I just like the more generic look of this She-Hulk's face. I just think it looks better in the long run, and so that is why I want to go with this She-Hulk. Now, again, it's the same She-Hulk as the gray one, but the gray one just looks horrible compared to this green one. Now, I'm guessing these green legs are a little bit different shade. You can see they are, so I'm going to bring in some green wash and lighten these, or not lighten, but make them more green instead of kind of grayish green. All right, with that, let's go ahead and open this up while we're waiting for our hot water and see what we got going. Hey, Carlos, thanks for joining us. Yes, Juan Solo, I got your payment. Thank you so much. I'm waiting for Big Bad Toy Store to actually mail the figures out to me so I can send you one of those other ones that I have coming. So it's going to be a little bit before I send it off to you. All right, let me move this rug out of the way. The red carpet has been removed. And let's bring up one of the big blue plastic sheets so I don't ruin... Oop! My table here. And I'm going to put this Jennifer away so I don't accidentally ruin her. Now, the idea is when we're done with this She-Hulk has to stay original. I don't want to change her at all. So I have to make sure whatever I do to her, it can be reversed. This She-Hulk, I can care less about. I can Dremel on her, work on her whatever I need to do to make it work, paint her, whatever. But this one is my throwaway piece that I want to use for my custom. Where this one, I want to be able to return back to its original glory after I'm done filming my stop motion. So that is the plan. Hey, Black Phoenix 77, thanks for joining us. So let's go ahead and take a look at this figure, because I know some people do actually like this figure. So we'll go ahead and do a quick rundown of her before we start doing it. She's a piece of a Build-A-Figure. And these are the figures you need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 figures. Wow. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't see where 7 is. Right. Sounds like my wife came with the hot water. Oh yeah, it's boiling. Just a little bit more. Just have to take her legs off, and it's going to require lots of water. Thanks, Scott. All right, we got some steaming hot water. Okay, let's go ahead and open her up and see what we got going on. Let's see what we got going on here. Dun 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 dun. And there are some parts of the Hulk show, the She-Hulk show, that was kind of fun to watch. Don't get me wrong, I didn't dislike the whole thing. There were some things I did like. So, I didn't like how easily she became She-Hulk just from getting some blood splattered on her during a car wreck. That kind of bothered me. That just seemed a little bit too easy. You know, for that figure needing so many parts, it's not that big. It's not like it's a giant figure. I'm surprised it takes so many figures. She does have extra fist hands. Now, it's kind of funny. She has either fist hands, the fist punching hands, boof, 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 or she has the open, like she's doing a jazz hands. So you can either do jazz hands, whoa, or you could do the closed fist like she's punching, and that's it. All right, let's break down the articulation. Her tennis runners are pretty cool. I like those. So we got her articulated tennis shoes. Bum, bum, bum. Then we have double jointed knees. Dun, dun, dun. Then we have cut in the thigh. The leg movement up here. Upper waist movement. Shoulder up here. Bicep. Double jointed elbows. She looks like that one wrestler. Ho, 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 ho. John Cena's, right? We used to do the hand thing, whatever that was. I don't know what he was doing, but anyway. And then, of course, the head is articulated too. Beautiful hair sculpt on this. Very cool. Again, like I said, the face, they did a really good job. It's a very good likeness of the show. But then again, the show is a computer graphic woman, so they could have just grabbed the the actual file they used to make her and just throw it in there. All right, let me go and drop her in the hot water. Hot water. And we got to have her at least to her thighs because that's where we're going to pull her apart. All right, so let me go and grab my Dremel tool. Sorry, I should have grabbed it ahead of time. In the comic, she turns into She-Hulk from a blood transfusion. Yes, that makes more sense. Not just a drop of blood, but a whole entire transfusion makes a whole lot more sense than just one little drop of blood that happened to get on her. Because if that's the case, anytime the Hulk or Bruce Banner gets hurt, I mean, he'd be turning people into Hulks or killing them all the time. All right, hold on a sec. Let me grab my Dremel tool. I should have told you what my Dremel tool was so I can have you grab that too.
Oh yeah, Benjamin's got a roommates, that's right, yeah. Him and AC them a lot. Benjamin and Renee, I think, right?
All right, I am back with my Dremel tool. The tool of Dremelness. Just in case we need it. I don't know if we will or not. We'll see what size the pegs are as you start to pull this figure apart. Pull her apart. Okay, I'm going to take off her feet too at the same time. So let me go ahead and drop. You know what? This water is not that hot. I'm afraid it may not work. So let me go ahead and drop her in here for right now. Let's see. I just said that laughing out loud. Oh yeah, look at that. You guys wrote the same thing. Black Phoenix and Mike. Yeah, I'm cool with the whole blood transfusion thing. We also saw that also with Spider-Woman. And it was kind of weird. It's like, how many times Marvel are you going to use the same storyline? You have a superhero, it's a guy. We want to make a female. I know, we'll do a blood transfusion. Hey, all right, that will work. Okay, blood transfusion it is. Okay, let's see if we can get her legs apart. Hooray! Ho! Let's see if we can get her feet off here. Get rid of those awesome tenny runners. I'm going to definitely use these for some other custom, some other day, some other time. Is that these are like really cool looking shoes. Ah, my legs! My legs! Okay. Let's see if we can't get this hot enough. Because sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Urgh. Let's see if it fits on there. It does. Cool. We can go with the barefoot look. Barefoot. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Now you can see the color is not close to matching. We're going to fix that though in a few minutes here. There we go. Get those on there while they're hot. Get them while they're hot. Let's stick her back in there and see if her thighs come apart. Now again, why I'm doing this is because the black pants is just not going to work. All right, let's see. Not hot enough. Well, we're waiting for that to heat up. Let's go ahead and get painting. Let's get painting. Now I have two greens in here I'm thinking about using. I have my black green and I have my green green. I'm going to try my green green first because it gets as dark as you want by adding more. And so let's go ahead and do that first. And our goal is to try to get it to match these feet as close as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and put this black green away until later if we happen to need it. Well, let's just go ahead and drop some green into the bucket. Into the bucket. Save those shoes. Yes. You know, there's just so many things you could do with them. You just have them just sitting on his shelf like someone's a shoe collector. You could use one to make a a version of the movie Holes, where the kids' shoes get thrown. Rick even put a string in here and hang them up on some kind of power line, just hanging, as some kind of thing for some kind of city that's been half destroyed, and have your tennis shoes hanging. I mean, I'm going to put them aside before I ruin them with paint accidentally. All right, let's go ahead and dye these legs up. It's time to put on your spray tan. All right, I'll do the inside right here first, and let's just see how that looks. Yep, that's going to look good. It's going to look good. Dun, 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 dun. Now, it may not match exactly. I'm okay with that. I just want it to be closer. Closer. Da 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 da. Now, I'm being very careful not to get any on the original foot, because we do not want to make it darker too, because then it won't match anymore. And that would stink. And I'm okay if it doesn't look exactly the same, because when we're done, she's going to be a vine lady. So it's okay if she's not like perfectly matched. We just want it kind of close. And that's looking mighty fine. That's a mighty fine green leg there. I do say. Okay, let's bend it the other way. Get in the groove. You got to get in the groove, man. And this will soak in and make a nice green, the green giant. It's not exact, but that's okay. It's way closer than it was. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm happy with it. What were you doing with... She is going to be the person that transforms into this green beast. So, and she's actually named Jennifer now in my storyline. She is no longer McTaggart. There we go. We got one done. And now for the other one. Dun dun dun. Now, this is for my Rio Blast story I'm working on. Man, it is coming together really nice. I'm getting more scripts done. I got the first episode already all planned out. The scripts are all done for it. Gonna have my wife read through them to make sure they don't sound too bizarre. And then I'll be filming the first episode after the first of the year probably. Because we have house guests right now, so it's really hard to do stop motion with house guests over. Oh, a little too much green on there. Too much green, man. Too much. Take it back. There we go. That looks spectacular. And like again, I'm okay with it not being totally smooth, because when I'm done, this will look more plant-like with the vines that are on order. Now my vines aren't going to be here till like February. Luckily, I'm not using this figure till a later episode, but I still need to get the customs done and get working on it. All right, you guys can look at those green legs. I'm going to go wash this brush off. That's looking pretty good. I am pretty happy with this. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to go wash my brush. You guys can see her sitting in the hot water. Do you want to finish washing the brush off for me? It's all right. I can do it, but I try to still do the thing. Alright. So let's go ahead and see if we can remove her legs now. Now before I get too much into this, let's compare and see how close these pins are. And you know what? They look pretty close. They are going to work, I think. Let's just stick her legs on here to see how it fits. Okay. Yeah, that should possibly work. So while we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and start working on her burgundy skirt. Because this figure here has a burgundy skirt on, so when she transforms into the hulking green monster of vines, she needs to have a skirt. Oh, I don't need it back. I just need it clean, sorry. Alright, so my wife picked up these burgundy balloons for me, and they match pretty close to that skirt. It's funny, the picture doesn't match, but the actual balloons do. So I imagine once you blow them up, the colors become lighter. I'm going to figure out how to open this. Opening. Opening says me. You know what? I don't. Oh, there it is. Oh, I guess not. That's just a little thing to hang it on. There we go. So let's go ahead and make this work. So we'll cut this off right about there. There we go. And then I want it kind of wide on the bottom. I need it to go past her black part of her legs. So we're looking at probably about right here-ish. If we need to, we can cut it later if it's not right. And I'm okay if the bottom's kind of ragged, because it should be ripping. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, that will work pretty good. Let me go ahead and round these out some more. You always seem to have to cut these little triangles off, because when you cut across, it's just get these little triangles going on. So you just kind of round them right off. There's one. And then here's the other side. Not too shabby. So now let's go and take a look at the original skirt and see if it is, see how close it is in color. And what am I looking for again? I forgot. Original skirt. I don't remember what I was going to look. Oh, shiny it is. So should I go with the shiny? Or should I go with the dull? I'm going to go with the shiny. I think that's closer to what hers looks like. It's just a little bit shiny because of the leather kind of look. Okay, cool. All right, let's get this on. Let's get it going now. And, yep, that should work pretty good. Let's go and stretch this out. And stick it on. Now, normally, when I do this kind of stuff, I always pull the legs off to do it. But her legs are already off because we just ripped them off a second ago. You know what? I need my heat gun. All right. There we go. Now she's sporting the cool little mini skirt. Now, because the balloon's so tight, you can see her pockets through there. It kind of stinks, but that's okay. It's the look we're going for. I'm going to fold this up right here so I can get to her legs. And let me go grab my heat gun so I can heat those legs back up and stick them on. Hold on a second.
How to say the words.
Yeah. That must be a real challenge.
Yeah, a little bit.
Uh-huh. So give me an example of what you would say.
All right, so let me go ahead and plug in my heat gun.
Sometimes not, yeah.
Now, if I messed up, I still have 24 more chances to get this right. And it's funny, it'd be kind of nice if I just went and bought just one balloon, but that's okay. Yes, I guess I could have done that. I could have folded the balloon in half and had lots more room. All right, let's go ahead and get this leg first. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, I think my vines are supposed to come on February 14th, so it kind of made me laugh because it's like Valentine's Day. I'll be getting my vine. Oh, look at that. Click-a-tat. Let's see, are you going to get the new Eternia Trap Jaw? I'm still debating on that. And now you could almost imagine that she has transformed from her much easier now. She has a white undershirt on underneath her burgundy or her rose colored top. Way cooler. Way cooler. I'm happy with that. All right. Cool, cool. And I have original legs to turn her back to normal later on. I didn't destroy the original figure, so when the filming is done, I can put her back to normal and not have it affected at all. Eric asked when will my Snake Mountain floor be done? It's still a while off. I'm hoping to get more RAM soon to make it easier. But so that's what I'm looking forward to, is to get more RAM so I can finish it easier. Looks so much better than those black pant legs that she had on. All right, so cool. So let me go ahead and put this paint away. Well, thanks for joining me, you guys. I know it's pretty close. Yeah, I'm not going to paint the top red, just until like she has an undershirt underneath. So her actual sweatshirt just ripped off completely, and all that's left is her white undershirt underneath her that you can't see. As again, I don't want to change this figure at all, and I think it's close enough. I think that is enough to let you believe it's the same person. I was thinking about getting a lab coat and tossing it on her and ripping it up. I did find some Barbie ones. I still might do that. So we shall see. We shall see. But even just for She-Hulk even, it's way better. Of course, like I said, you can still see the pockets on her jeans, but it's not that bad. It ain't that bad. Even the zipper on her jeans is kind of funny. Let's see. Will you make a movie on YouTube of this? Yes, my movie's being worked on YouTube. I'm pretty excited about it. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of stuff trying to get this ready. Yeah, so check us out. Let me go and change my lighting in here really quick. You know what? Let's see, turn a couple of these off. And I'll show you what I've been working on lately. So I showed you guys a little bit of this yesterday, but I'll be showing you more later as well. Let me turn off some of these lights because they're just so bright. There we go. So I got the one in narration on here. So here's what I'm working on. Let me fast forward it.
DNA with the various plant to give them the survival instinct. She came up with the brilliant idea to mix animal DNA with the various plant to give them the survival instinct.
See, ooh, ah.
The plan worked too well, and the plants became mobile and could run away, and made it difficult to maintain control of them.
I don't want to give away too much of the coolness of this video, but it's going to be pretty cool once the video's all done. I'm really excited about it.
When I was at NASA, the plan was to make plants so they could
Anyway.
survive in the harshest environments.
Stop. There we go. So that's what I'm working on for my stuff for it. That'll be really cool once it's all done. That's for part of the first episode, which will hopefully be right after the new year. What device is that? That's funny you should ask. So in the Filmation cartoon, they had this device that could read your memories. I forgot what it's called, but I have it in the script. And all this is just an MP3 player that I made a video for. And then I 3D printed this to fit it just right. So I can keep that in there. And it's the new improved version of it. And so it's kind of a fun little thing that I put together.
Came up with the brilliant idea
And
to
so,
mix animal
there you
DNA
go.
with the various plant to give them the survival instinct. The
So,
plan worked too well,
this is
and
the
plants became
thing I'm
mobile
working
and
on.
could run away, and made it
Anyway, thanks for asking. It will be pretty cool once it's all done. It's a secret espionage device. Yeah, no. That's funny, though. All right. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I'm really excited about finishing it. And like I said, it's going to be a whole lot of mini-series, like a whole lot of mini-sodes to finish up the storyline. In my storyline, I have waypoints that I've already set in my mind of how I'm going to make this thing run and go. And then as time goes on, I'll hit those waypoints and all the different storylines. And again, my wife is helping me write the stories so I don't go too far crazy on them. So it should be fun. Thanks, I appreciate that. All right, you guys. And until next time, good journey. Bye now.